The JDI Ghost Lock is an anti-theft recovery system. Let me tell you all the things it can do. For starters, GPS tracking. It gives you a specific address in real time, not just a general area. You can see where your vehicle is at from anywhere in the world from an app on your phone. The GPS tracker uses 4G LTE cell signal, bouncing between AT&T and T-Mobile towers, giving you the best possible signal. It also upgrades your fuel pump wiring, not only giving you up to 15% better flow, at the same time giving you the power to cut the fuel pump off from the phone. You'll also get notifications sent to you through text message or email whether the vehicle is moved in any way, started, towed, or driven. The TrackMate app even monitors your battery voltage. Tracking service starts at $9.99 a month with no contracts. That's less than Netflix. And the best part is it'll work on just about any vehicle. It's time to secure your ride with a JDI Ghost Lock. Visit jordandistributors.com.
I used to spend a lot of time, oh God, mother. Bruh, I just hit a big ass dead raccoon. Wagwan Playboys. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome back to another video. We are getting cranking on the DA here. Cranking on the DA. All right, so the DA is off the ground, and if you've been watching, keeping up, today we're going to be switching out the shifter for the gorgeous hybrid racing shifter. Along with, we're going to be putting the spring detents into the transmission. I have used these on a K-Series transmission. This will be my first B-Series transmission, but these things feel amazing. So here's the pieces for the hybrid racing shifter. We have the top piece here, and then of course our bottom piece, if you know what I'm saying. Now, one of the things that really make this shifter awesome, I'm sure you guys have seen, I've installed one of these before. I've installed a red one on the EF Civic, and I absolutely loved it. And then of course here's the hardware for it. So simple enough install. We need to do a couple of other things as well. The biggest thing is the Dragon Spec shift knob felt like the most perfect shifter combination. The Dragon Spec shift knob, you know, is pre-threaded for these threads. But the Dragon Spec shift knob, in my opinion, it is the most perfect setup. It feels amazing, giving you the perfect grip. With that being said, the first thing we're going to do is get underneath the car and drop the current shift linkage, which is going to be super easy to do because I have the Dyno Designs shifter. So I'm going to put some gloves on, get the tools, and be under the car. All right, with the wind blowing, first thing we got to do is get the shift linkage off here. Easiest way to get this off with the Dyno Designs, this thing makes things super easy, is to actually pull this off first and then pull this bolt out second, and then we're good to go. And then we should be able to go back there and pull that off. We're also going to be reinstalling the heat shield. If you notice, the heat shield is missing. I kept that, and we're definitely going to be reinstalling that. All right. Mr. Shift Linkage is out. This is the old school block shifter. You can see it's a short shifter. And I really wanted that dual bend feel in the car. Now, one of the things I'm not really particularly super happy about is that this is an innovative shift linkage. And I've seen this in two vehicles currently where the shifter is sort of cockeyed. You know, it doesn't sit center. The bend in this secondary rod is a little off. That's one of the complaints I have. So it's probably still going to happen here on the. It should be fine. So what I'm going to do is disconnect this here, then disconnect the 10 mils, and then we're going to get to install that guy. So also the great thing is that if you order a shift linkage, you know, you need these little pieces that sometimes are hard to find. You don't even need this piece. I completely forgot about that. What we're gonna do is take the hardware that's provided, put it through here. Okay. Same thing on the top. Okay. Crown nuts. I believe these are a 5. And then of course, if I remember hybrid racing being super duper awesome, these are 10s. Yep. These are 10s on the bottom, which is great. Definitely helps to, use like a ratchet with your hand. Now, if I remember correctly, you kind of do either way. So I'm left-hand drive, so I'm going to want these on, the driver's side. So we're going to leave this like this to get it in the car. I'm going to have to tear the interior back out. I forgot because the car was an automatic, and I got to tighten those nuts and bolts. It's going to be awesome. So. Okay, now everybody's favorite part. Mark has to take out the center console. And if you know about DAs, if you haven't heard me bitch about it enough, to take out the center console, you have to remove the bottom console on this side and on that side before you can get the middle one out. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. All right, we've got all the panels off on either side, and I've got all the screws out on this guy. So this guy should come out. Just got that back piece that I got to pop out here. Okay, now this should come out like this. There's our rubber boot. There's a company that makes a product that actually fills, it's a 3D printed product that fills these holes in. It's amazing. Looking into getting one of those for this. We're gonna leave the nuts up here. I might have to get somebody to come help me thread those on. So here's the original heat shield that I kept that I'm going to put on. I'm gonna find me a bunch of little 10 mils to put back in to hold it in place. So, okay, I'm very dirty. I finally got the shifter in. So got it in. Hell yeah, super stiff. My hands are so greasy. You can see, boy, ain't no joke. I'm gonna retape around this. Also placing this rubber piece around it. We're going to adjust this guy. Feels amazing already, but All right, so I'm gonna go get washed up a little bit before I come back down here. You know me, I normally like to wear gloves. Ran out of them. I'm gonna do a little cleanup. And then I'm gonna come back down. All right, where did we leave off? I'm not sure, but I'll bet it has something to do with the shifter. Okay, guys, so we've got the shifter here placed, I think where we want it. Feels amazing. Perfect is the word. So the only thing about this I'm a little concerned is that the shifter boot won't let this guy sit entirely down, but it's okay. It's nice and tight. We're good on that. Don't particularly want to, put this, take this whole thing off, put this on, and then have the shifter boot over this section. I don't really want to do that. I think we're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the interior together, which is just a bunch of screws. Well, looking at the heat shield, it looked like I needed to actually put the shift linkage back on. And then upon looking at it, I really wasn't sure if the shift linkage would hit the heat shield. And also you can see all this old oil right there. Got that nice and tight. I'm pretty sure we mentioned 13 millimeter on the nut and then 6 millimeter or hex head. I'm gonna skip the heat shield for now and go ahead and just rehang the exhaust, and we should be good for the moment. Well, I can assure you there's no rust under the car. That's for sure, because I'm completely covered in oil. I got the heat shield on. And I'm just filthy and angry. You can see my shirt here. All right, heat shield is on. I had to do a little bending to make sure it doesn't hit the shifter. She's looking good. And here you could tell all the oil underneath the car, which is a good thing, for rust, which means there's no rust underneath here. But it's just a nasty thing. I really need to get somewhere where I can, pressure wash all this off. It's just a pain. Whatever. No big deal. I'm just whining and crying about it. So, but I would like to really have this car nice and clean with a nice clean pressure wash underneath it. That would make me very happy. All right, first little drive with the shifter and the rear sway bar. We're not going to go ham right now. I still need to get cleaned up. Okay.
I'm back. All right, so we are back into the garage working on the DA. We have the hybrid racing shifter installed. Feels amazing. And I completely forgot, I'm just going to admit, that I completely forgot about installing the springs, which is probably a good thing. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to jack the passenger side up because the two detents that we need to get to are on this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to jack it up and lean the car this way. So hopefully if we lose any fluid, we won't lose much. Definitely don't want fluid going everywhere. You know, just jack it up real quick. These are really easy and really quick to install. When I had it up in the air, I can't believe I completely forgot about it. So anyway, also back from the meet, my boy Jonathan from Acura Honda Classic hooked me up with this HKS exhaust, which we will be trying to install later. I don't think we're going to try it today or try to get it on today. We're going to try to get that on in the future, but I can't wait to try that out. I'm going to clean the exhaust up a good bit before we try to mount it up or anything. Go ahead and get these springs installed. Then we're going to go for a drive. So here are our two detent bolts, one here and one here. We're going to take them out and replace the springs. And a little ball should come out with behind the spring. All right, and you can actually see these springs are still pretty good because they're not smashed. Yeah, you can see that spring's still in good shape, but we're gonna replace it with the hybrid racing detent.
We'll pull the spring out of it. We're gonna replace our spring into it. Put a little ball on it. Just like that.
It's gonna require probably a little bit of pressure. There we go, got the thread started. All right, we got it switched out. You can see the black spring is the hybrid spring. Make sure she's nice and tight. Not too tight, but nice and tight. As a terrible YouTuber, my GoPros are dead. So, yay. But we're gonna shoot as much footage as we can, taking a drive, and, you know, me giving you the impression of this. This is amazing. Like, it is so tight. This shifting combination of everything, the hybrid racing shifter, the hybrid detents, Tyrannosaurus tightener, and the Dragon Spec shift knob, of course, is like the perfect shifting situation. Gives you a positive feel, and you could do that really quick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know. That Jackie Chan stuff. All right, so we got the car running. It is very hot today. Got the AC rolling. Throw reverse. We're gonna pull out of here. We're gonna go for a drive. All right, we out on the road. Oh, okay. Okay, I see you, Playboy. Yeah, absolute perfect setup. Absolutely perfect. So, gives you an obvious firm feel. I mean, you can feel it. It goes where you're intentionally putting it. If that makes sense. It's very hard to describe a mechanical feel. It's just perfect. The weight, the setup, everything. It's a beautiful day. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous day. Cruising in the DA. We might roll the windows down, but, you know, can't beat it. Can't beat it. Beautiful, gorgeous day for a drive. We've got the Legends meet tonight. I'm just so happy with this shifter setup because it's exactly where I want it. It's got the exact amount of feel. And the other thing is I don't like weighted shift knobs, because when you have a weighted shift knobs, you know, with a shifter where you've got it like this high, it sort of actually over accentuates the amount of force of throwing it into gear. So in my opinion, it can sort of damage the synchros. Yes, it'll get in gear, but, you know, it really does. The synchros really don't like it, if that makes sense. So you can
however you want to do it. It's dead on. And to me, the detent springs actually protect the synchros a little bit because they're strong. They give a little bit of resistance to it, as well as keep it nice firmly in gear. You see that the shifter's not shaking around or anything. The Tyrannosaurus tightener definitely helps with making sure it's in the right place where it needs to be. But the detent springs and the shifter itself just make the whole thing very precise, protect the synchros over the long haul. And of course, my Dragon Spec shift knob is like the perfect weight and size for the shifter. I know this might sound like the dumbest thing ever, but I used to spend a lot of time, oh God, mother. Bruh, I just hit a big ass dead raccoon. I don't know if it just destroyed my lip, but oh God, smell. Oh my God, I could smell the parts. I'm gonna pull over real quick. All right, we've pulled over. Thank God it didn't destroy my lip or anything. Yeah, doesn't look good. Yeah, it's just bugged juice. Great. It's gonna be real awesome when I go to, change the exhaust on this thing. I can smell the dead raccoon on the car. Oh God. And it's so hot out here, bruh. Oh no. The rear sway bar has made a lot of difference, son. The rear doesn't have that swing to it like it did before. I've also got the AC compressor to turn off after 5,000 RPM, so don't want to explode that thing. Oh shit. That's not good. Max speed, Michael. Michael's gonna go max speed. This is Tony. Y'all know Tony. Y'all seen the Italian Stallion. So we're out here at Ace Cafe. Beautiful day. And then we're gonna go see the Resto Tuna Boys. Everybody's pulling in, you know, packing the car. So this is the best part about living in Orlando and Florida is just the meats, man. It's all the meats. It's like Arby's, dog, you know? It's like Arby's. They always got the meats. Anyway, guys, this is where we're going to wrap the video up. The shifter feels amazing, obviously. I love the hybrid racing shifter. The detent springs are definitely worth the price to go ahead and get those if you order the shifter. Go ahead and get there. You can use code HSG to save you a couple of bucks off. Oh, man. I can smell that dead raccoon. Boy. Anyway, peace out. See you in the next one.